Hello everyone. So in today's video, I'm starting off with explaining concepts from O-level biology like the Edexcel curriculum. So I'm starting off with life processes, which is unit 1, and it consists of the basics of O-level biology truly. It says things about cells and the basic organisms, the basic functions of organisms and plant cells and animal cells. So let's begin. What we have here is the living organisms are composed of units called cells, basically, right? So we are all made of cells. Just like in physics, we learned about atoms, which are the units that make everything, even us. But if we talk about living organisms, cells are the units that make us. We are like all the living organisms are made of cells, and multicellular organisms are basically the organisms that have like more than one cell. We have multiple cells, a lot of cells in our body, like we are multicellular organisms. So we have some pictures of single-celled bodies here. We can see here amoeba is an example which consists of only one cell. Let's move on. So here they have listed the 8 processes of life that takes place in most living cells. I must mention that there are exceptions obviously, but these are the basic things that has to happen in most of the living organisms. The first one is we all require nutrition. We all need to eat food. Yes, we eat food every day. We need food for energy. And we, as humans, we eat, but plants make their own food by photosynthesis. Next, we have respire. So, I'd like to mention one point is that oftentimes we think of respiration as breathing in and breathing out, but not necessarily in terms of biology, right? So, in respiration, when we talk about biology, it means releasing energy from our food, right? So that is the main meaning of respiring in biology, which is releasing energy from our food that we eat so that we can use that energy for other processes of life. Then we have excrete. Excretion is like getting rid of waste products like uric acid or perhaps carbon dioxide from our body. Okay, the next one is respond to stimuli. So we as human beings, if we have something really hot touch our skin, we definitely move our hands or feet away from it. If something is causing us pain, we instantly pull back, right? So we are responding to certain stimuli from our environment. So this is something called as responding to stimuli. Then move. It's very easy to understand. Like as humans, we move, animals move, even plants are moving. How? By growing, right? So as living organisms, we move. Control their internal conditions. Obviously, we have a certain body temperature to maintain, which is generally 37 degrees Celsius, right? We also maintain a lot of other things in our body, like the pH level of our blood, or maybe the level of oxygen or carbon dioxide, which is essential. So we are maintaining a certain types of things in our body, and so do animals and even plants. They have to maintain the level of plant hormones. Reproduction. So this is producing offspring. And then we have grow and develop. So animals generally grow and develop. They grow tissues, they grow more cells, and similarly plants also grow by using certain minerals and like taking in water, and they grow in length probably. All right. Now let's move on to this topic, which is quite essential for this unit, and oftentimes you will get come across these questions of plant cell and animal cells. So this is an important topic. So let's see. So the first thing that should catch your eye is that the shape of animal cell, here are the animal cell, and the plant cell varies, right? So the animal cell doesn't have a specific shape or structure. It's like this. But the animal cell has a fixed shape, which is almost like this hexagonal shape, not exactly, but similar. So that is one point. They have fixed shapes, animal cells, but plant cells, but animal cells do not have a fixed shape. And nucleus, you have to see that both animal cells and plant cells have nucleus. And the animal cells have nucleus generally in the center, but the plant cells have it at the side. And you might be wondering what this large thing in the middle is, and it has been labeled as the vacuole, where generally the plant cells store their cell sap and other things. And animal cells could have a vacuole, but they're not permanent in animal cells, they're temporary. Besides that, you can see that animal cells and plant cells both have mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the cell. Both have cytoplasm. The blue parts are the cytoplasm. And they both have a cell membrane. You can see here, but over here it's not very easily visible because the plant cell has an extra protective layer, which is the cell wall. As you can see, the yellow lining, it's thick and it protects the plant cell and maintains the shape of the plant cell, but they both, animal cell and plant cell, they both have a cell membrane. You can see here, but it's there over here, the lining. And then plant cells also have chloroplasts, which you can see as this green blobs something, but animal cells do not. Plant cells have chloroplasts because that is where the chloroplasts are used for photosynthesis, right? So that is essential in plant cells. And plant cells have this large fixed permanent vacuoles, very large in the middle, and they're using that to store cell sap. Okay, so for now I think it's almost clear. So I also have another diagram over here. So let's see, here we can see the cell membrane, and if you can think of it like this black lining, the inner lining has the cell membrane as well, but this double boundary, this here, this is the cell wall of the plant cell. Animal cells do not have a cell wall. Both can have vacuoles, but plant cells have a permanent large vacuole. Animal cells often do not have it, but you can see here they have a small vacuole, and it's not permanent, it's temporary. They could have it or not have it, but they do sometimes. And both have a nucleus. Here the difference you can see, the plant cell, the nucleus is almost at the center. I believe it's for the simplicity and for the diagram actually, and both have both diagrams both have the nucleus in the center. Both have nucleolus, which would come after later on, and they have, let's go through the basic things. They both have cytoplasm, obviously, and the green parts are the chloroplasts. Let's go back. So these are the basic topics, like the basic points. So let's get over it again. So animal cells do not have a fixed shape, but plant cells have a fixed shape. But animal cells and plant cells both have a nucleus, they both have cytoplasm, they both have cell membrane, right? But plant cells have a cell wall, animal cells do not have a cell wall. Okay, animal cells do not have chloroplasts, but plant cells do. But both animal cells and plant cells have mitochondria, right? So these are the basic things that you need to know. And something that's essential for O-level biology is knowing about organelles, right? So all of the things that you saw, like mitochondria, chloroplasts, uh, they can be called organelles, like different things, different structures inside a cell are known as organelles, and you generally cannot see them with a naked or bare eye. You need to use an electron microscope for higher magnification, definitely. So using an electron microscope can reveal these organelles, the structures, better. I'm ending off the video over here. If you like this video, please let me know. Please hit the like button so that I'll drop off the next part and the other parts slowly after this one. Thank you so much. Subscribe.